So guys, welcome back to the continuation from part 1, because in part 1 I showed us how to draft the patterns and how to cut each of the pieces. So in this part I thought how to join them together and how to achieve a beautiful finish like this. So if you're yet to subscribe, please do me the favor by clicking on the subscribe button, and if you're ready, I am ready to show you. Let's get into it. So I've gone ahead to cut the fabric that we are using the pattern paper. So I cut 2 pieces of each of them plus the linings, including the sleeve, and this is the back piece as well. I cut 2 of it as well, plus the linings to go with. This is the collar that will be running to the back. We don't need the lining, so I'll cut 2 more pieces of the collar. I'll do away with the pattern paper right now. Make sure that whenever you're cutting the lining piece for your jacket, make sure you cut exactly the same shape like you cut your fabric. Let it be exactly the same way. So just hold that in place. I'm going to be doing away with the lining currently. We're not going to be working with the lining yet. I'm going to be showing you how to go about it. So this is the back, and as usual I would like to slit my back into 2 pieces to give it shape. So I'm just going to pin it in shape and head over to the sewing machine and close this back up, and then I'll come back to show you. This is what it means. This is what it is right now. So go ahead and iron it. Right now there is no light to iron, that's why you're seeing it like this, but as you join each piece, go ahead and iron it. Then I'm going to be linking the front to the back using the shoulders. You are joining them with the shoulders, but remember you are joining them right sides facing each other. Then you're going to close the shoulders actually. Afterwards, you're going to also remember how much allowance you added while you were cutting on the pattern paper. So you're going to close it on the side seam using that allowance. Then I will show you what else to do. Okay, so after joining them on the shoulders and closing the side seam, this is what we have. You see, so you go ahead and iron. As you close any part, iron it. It makes your work easier. So I'm going to be ironing mine in a moment, and then I'm just going to align them to show you what we have done so far. So this is what it is so far. The next thing I'm going to be attaching the collars. Remember I had already cut out 2 more pieces of this collar, so the collar is also going to be running on the lining as opposed to using the black lining, because the back collar is going to be visible, you know. So I'll just pick 2, and then on this straight path I'm going to pin it, and I'm going to also go ahead and sew on them. After sewing, this is what I have. So it has 2 parts. This collar right now has 2 parts. I'm going to be explaining to you what each part means. So you see this curved edge right now, it's going to be the one that will be falling on the back of the neck. This one unfold, and then this is the neck, the back neck, the front neck, and the back neck, right? Take note. So this part is going to be falling on the body of the jacket. Okay, so we're going to be joining the middle. Remember the back that we joined from the neckline down, so that's going to serve as the midpoint for the whole of the dress, right? So we're going to be joining it to the shoulder at this point. So I'll be taking my time to just let us see how we do it. So this is the neck part. That is what I'm going to be joining to the body. The middle part is going to link up with the middle part like this, and then I'll just pin it all around. Adjust it as you're pinning, you're adjusting it, okay? Go ahead and just pin all of the sides. Remember that you are joining the part of the collar that I described to us as the neck, the front neck, and the back neck. That is what you are joining to, the neck area, because the neck region has already been provided. The neckline to attach the collar has already been provided. So you are only just pinning it and sewing it down on the same provision. So you're just going to sew down all the way. So this is what we have afterwards. We have sewn everything down, the collar. So basically this is like 30% complete, you see. So this is what we have right now. There's a collar now, there's the seams are joined, you know. So I'm just going to head over and iron them. So for the back lining or for the inner lining, this is what I'm also going to be doing. So you're basically doing everything you did to the main fabric. You are joining the back by the part that we divided into 2. You remember how we add zipper allowance to the back? Yes, that's what you close first. Then you're just going to sew it around. Also, you're going to add the collar, join them on this straight path, the middle part, and join them. Also, then for the front piece, you're going to be joining the front to the back. Basically everything we did for the main fabric, that is what you're going to be doing for the lining. Everything, wherever you joined for the main fabric, you're also going to join for the main as well. So I'm going to be using an estee on this part of the collar that is going to be folded, you know, so that it is firm. It is you know, it just gives it that collar kind of look. Afterwards, just join them shoulder to shoulders, join the side seams as well, everything basically that we did for the main fabric. So this is what we have afterwards. We have joined the lining together, we have sewn the lining together just like we did for the main body of our jacket. Then I added a gum stay just to thicken the collar region. I was supposed to add the gum stay also to the back collar, but then I think it skipped my mind. So if you can add to your neck collar, please do, because it will give it firmness, you know. So this is, I'm just trying to add a little pocket to the front of the jacket. So I marked 9 inches from the shoulders down and then 3 inches away from the side seam. So somehow I felt like filming this pocket application wasn't necessary, but again I felt like, okay, maybe let me just give it a try, maybe, I don't know. So I won't just talk anymore. I think this is like very much self-explanatory just by watching it. I'm just going to sew here, and I'm going to sew this point as well. So I'll do the same thing for the other side of the pockets. So this is my lining piece, this is the main bodies of the fabric. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to stretch this fabric to the right side. Remember, and place the lining piece right sides facing right sides. The lining should be faced the right side with the main fabric so that it is right to right, you know, and the wrong side to the wrong side. When you flip each of these pieces, you get the wrong side or the right sides. At this point, I would advise that you take your time to align these pieces together. Take your time to pin. This is like what will basically determine how neat your jacket, your shirt will come out, right? Sometimes when you're not careful at this point and you're done making the dress, you discover that the linings will tend to want to come out. You know, you have a hard time trying to adjust the lining, adjust the collar. The lining just keeps coming out. That is because, first of all, the lining is, you cut the lining in excess, maybe some inches bigger, some inches larger than the main fabric, and other times it happens from this point where you are joining them before you go to sew on your sewing machine. So sometimes when you overlook some of those minor errors, it will affect the outcome of your dress. So take your time to align well. When you see an excess in the lining, cut away. When you see an excess in the main fabric, it's either you cut away or you add to the lining so that it matches the size of your fabric. I don't know if I'm confusing you. So that is why I refuse to either fast forward it or cut this part out. So I'm just taking my time to pin it and show us that this is like a basic requirement. Head over to the collar area, and then I'm also pinning down. You would also pin it at the armhole. It is very necessary. You just join it, every joint you see on the lining, attach that joint, match that joint to the one you see on the main fabric, right? So the shoulder joint, you know, there's that joint on the shoulder. I'm going to also align it with the joint on the lining, you know, just for alignment's sake and for neatness of work. So I'm going to sew here on the collar, finish up on the collar all the way down, sew on this part as well, sew underneath as well, right? So I'm going to leave the armhole side open. That is where I'm going to be bringing out everything. So this is what I have. I've ironed everything, you know, iron every seam that you can find on this our style right now. I sew on this other part, the lapel area, second lapel, on the collars as well. I sew on them, I close them together. So using the armhole part, I'm going to be using the armhole part, the armhole region, to bring the whole thing out. I'm turning it using that armhole region, so you're not closing everywhere. And it is because I did not add the lining to the sleeve. If I added the lining to the sleeve, we'll be closing it differently. But let's enjoy this video with the fact that there is no lining on the seam, so this is easy. Even with the lining on the seam, we can still make it easy. use something sharp and pointy to bring out every sharp edge on the fabric, on the style rather. So at this point, give it a very good press, a very good one, with what will bring your style to life. This is what will bring your jacket to life, right? So I'm just going to head over now and just give it a very good one, a very good ironing. This is what I have. Isn't this beautiful? Look at how neat the inner is. Oh my god, this is lovely. Very neat, neatly ironed. Don't you like this? I mean, I love this. So next we are going to be adding the sleeve to the armhole now. Remember, I am not adding a lining to the sleeve. So I'll be adding 3 buttons to this jacket and 3 buttonholes. Yeah, add more if you want. Then for the sleeve, oh, I don't need to talk much about the sleeve. Yeah, so I hope this video was helpful. I hope you learned something. If you are confused, please leave me your questions in the comments. I will be gladly waiting for you in the comment section to give me your confusions, your concerns. Yeah, so bring them on. And thank you so much for watching this video to this time. If you watched to this time, thank you so much. And if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, or you are coming across this channel for the first time, it will mean so much to me if you subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up and turn on your notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you guys for watching. Okay, so for the armhole part, you're going to go ahead and just weave it so that your work is very neat, because neatness is a must, right? It's a big plus to your work. Go ahead and iron it. So let me know if you find this tutorial helpful, if you find this method helpful, and if you have other method, please suggest in the comments, and I would love to try out other method. So guys, thank you so much for watching. So until I come your way again, I remain your one and only Miss P Clothing. Thank you guys. So try this out and let me know how yours turned out, and I'm very sure it's going to turn out beautiful as well. So I'll be in the comments waiting for your beautiful feedback. Bye.